This is the brief on Newsfirst Digital.
A very good evening and welcome. This is the brief at 7 on Newsfirst Digital, Sri Lanka's first ever online news bulletin. I'm Ramesh, Irugalbandara.
And I'm Serala, Fonseka. We'll start off with a look at your top story. There have been allegations that violence, crimes that are occurring in the country are on the rise. Providing further fuel to these allegations, 2 more shootings were reported last night and this morning.
The Sri Lanka Army has launched a special investigation into a shooting that took place in the Ratmalana area this morning, which injured 1 individual. Army spokesperson Sumit Atapattu noted that the injured victim is a soldier of the Sri Lanka Army assigned as a driver to a lieutenant colonel. The 27-year-old victim is a resident of Ambalangota. He is currently receiving treatment at the Kalubovila hospital after suffering a gunshot wound in his left hand. The police media spokesperson's office noted that the gunmen, who had arrived in a motorbike and a 3-wheeler, have been identified. The police had also launched an investigation into the shooting. Meanwhile, a shooting was reported in the Jampeta area in Kotahena last night, which injured 1 person. The victim, identified as Ganesh, a resident of the 131st estate in the area, is currently receiving treatment at the ICU of the National Hospital. The shooting took place at around 9:15 p.m.
Well, it seems like former Secretary of Defense Gotabaya Rajapaksa is stealing the spotlight wherever he goes these days. Today, he went to the Police Financial Crimes Investigation Division, or Police FCID, this morning to provide a statement on allegations that state funds were misused during the construction of the DA Rajapaksa Memorial.
Gotabaya Rajapaksa arrived at the FCID at around 9 a.m. today based on an order issued by a magistrate's court. The former defense secretary departed the premises at around 12 noon.
I went to court and they told me to come and provide a statement. That is why I came here. The matter relating to the FCID is over. They will do what they need to do. I have not taken any steps. I have not been informed by President Mahinda Rajapaksa to contest for a presidential election. If such a situation does arise, I could sort something out in 2 months.
With the introduction of the new Inland Revenue Bill of this government, there have been a number of taxes that have come into play. Addressing a media briefing today, convener of the Intercompany Employees Union, Vasanta Samarasinghe, commented on the implications of this new Inland Revenue Bill on the Employees Provident Fund, or the EPF.
මේ තියෙනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකා මහ බැංකුවේ නියෝජ්‍ය අධිපති
In a letter to the Secretary to the Treasury, Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, K.D. Ranasinghe, explains that if taxes are imposed on the investments of the EPF, the benefits received by the employees would reduce by around 1.5%. Not only that, the net return on investment, which was in the double digits for the past 10 years, would drop down to 9%. The EPF pays a withholding tax when it makes investments. That tax sum is returned when the income is generated. There was no tax impact on the EPF before. When the new Inland Revenue Act was being introduced, we continuously stated that this system should not change. The government is trying to obtain a sum of 30 billion from the EPF. It is illegal to tax the EPF.
බදු අය කර ගැනීම ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් ලෙස ආණ්ඩුව හැමතැනම ගෙවන්න ඕන කියලා නෑ. සේවක අර්ථසාධක අරන් වලට බදු ගැනීම නීති විරෝධී.
A conference on nutrition, sensitive agriculture and food system in South Asia was held in Colombo today. The event was organized by South Asian Food and Nutrition Security Initiative, a World Bank Trust Fund. Secretary to the President, Austin Fernando, was present at the occasion.
Ending malnutrition is possible, though not easily said than done, if nutrition is mainstreamed into relevant sectors. How far our policymakers take this issue in earnest seriousness and provide budgets and opportunities to take the challenges squarely is a matter of concern. If projects are to benefit companies only and not sustainable agriculture, we will obtain partial results. UN sustainable goals will then merely become eyewash. In this spirit, our President last week orchestrated the need to give a break to the farmers and the poor, small and medium industry investors due to this emerging need when he addressed the initiation of a program for entrepreneurial upgrading and upscale.
On to news overseas, now we cross over to Vietnam, where torrential rains have caused flash floods and landslides which have claimed the lives of 9 people and left at least 12 missing. These statistics are coming in from the Vietnamese national television station VTV.
All the victims are from mountainous provinces where the floods and landslides had also injured 5 people. The Disaster Management Authority added that the death toll could rise as chances of the missing being found alive are slim. The floods and landslides also caused damages worth over $3.32 million to houses, roads and crops. Vietnam is prone to natural disasters, with floods and typhoons killing hundreds of people each year. Natural casualties killed 389 people and injured 668 others in the country last year, according to the government.
More in international news now. Libya's Coast Guard picked up 490 migrants off the coast of Tripoli on Sunday in their third rescue operation of the day.
The commander of the Ras Ajdir ship, which picked up the migrants, said that throughout the day, a number of Coast Guard ships across the country's waters picked up a little over 900 migrants from a total of 6 rubber dinghies. Yesterday's rescue operations brought the total number of migrants trying to reach Europe but taken back to Libya to well over 1,000 since last week alone. Libya's western coast is the main departure point for migrants fleeing wars and poverty and trying to reach Europe, although the number crossing has sharply dropped since July 2017 due to a more active Coast Guard presence with the support from the European Union.
On a much lighter note, an unusual pitch invader stopped a football match midway in Canberra, Australia yesterday. Let's see who this pitch invader was.
You'll be able to see the kangaroo here right by the side of the field. Very interested spectator. Tom Watinski's said that's enough for half time. The action on the field.
Such a possession dominant team.
Off he goes, leaps, he's now on the field.
Match video showed the kangaroo laying down on the penalty spot during the halftime break at Deakin Stadium. The kangaroo was then guided away from the pitch by a vehicle before the match resumed, only for the kangaroo to invade the pitch for the second time.
Oh, he doesn't want him to come back.
Doesn't want him to come into the field of play. Oh, it's just walked past the open gate. It's
Yeah, double their lead. Oh no.
and the kangaroo is on the field of play again.
Oh my.
After about 30 minutes of making his presence on the pitch, the kangaroo made his final exit before the National Premier League match resumed until its full time.
Obviously trying to do the best thing that we can with this kangaroo without hurting it, and it's out of the gate and he's gone.
Woohoo! Oh, now he's...
Hashtag winning.
Yay!
And that's a wrap of the brief at 7. Don't forget to send in your thoughts and views on the contents that were aired tonight in the comment section below. For News First Digital, I'm Ramesh Irugalbandara.
And I'm Serala Fonseka. Good night.